Watching at the press conference, you look in tremendous shape. Coach Hector asked him, how would Bernard Hopkins do with Jake Paul? He said, Ellie, don't even ask me because Hopkins is too good, too sharp, not even a close fight.
First of all, I wouldn't go in there playing and tapping and saying, hey, you hit me too hard. I would break the rules. See, certain people cannot play without making it or turning it into a real fight, right? Like I said, I'm a bad script follower when it comes to playing boxing, when it comes to, I can remember way back in school days where you play slap boxing and next thing you know, become a fisticuff. Like anybody that's been in elementary school or early high school or whatever, you get in there playing with your guys, so let's slap box. You slap box, and next thing you know, somebody slapped somebody or somebody hit somebody, where they feel that, that was too hard. And next thing you know, it was a full-blown assault. Like I said again, I'm not a script player real well. So whether it's Jay Paul, whether it's anybody else that's into entertainment or boxing, it'll be a problem. They'll get a real fight out of me. Because as soon as I get hit, I'm gonna lose the script.
That's why you came out to the song, I Did It My Way, Frank Sinatra.
Excuse me?
That's why you came out to the song, I Did It My Way, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, he just mentioned, that's why I came out on the song, one of the greatest songs of all time, it's called My Way by Frank Sinatra. You notice, you don't see a whole bunch of people in any business or any statement that they've done it their way. See, to mention I done it my way with credibility, especially integrity, you must have a history of receipts to not make a mockery of yourself when you say you've done it your way. See, when you've done it your way, you gotta have a trail of evidence where even your worst enemy can't say nothing but hide and put their head down, he or she. But when you've done it your way, and you're still here to talk about it, clear, understanding, vocabulary on point, then they know they got a bigger problem going forward.
By the way, you and Marquez have something in common. He's a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer. You know what you guys have in common?
I look better? No, that's in common. That we look
you guys
better together.
You guys both lost your first pro fight and became legends, which is very rare because most people, in this day and age, you lose a fight, people write you off like, hey, what are you doing? It's wrong?
But yeah, the 4-rounder, Clinton Mitchell, see, I'll never forget the name, Resort Casino in Atlantic City in 1988. That was the best thing that happened to me. Yeah, I know it sounds cliche to say it now, 30 plus years later, but think about what happened after that. 89 and 90, I was inactive. That's when my documentary, my movie would start. Well, it don't even be a documentary, a docu-series. Because that's when the story begins. My story began before that, but this is where the story of the second chapter. That's why I say I lived 9 lives, like a cat. 89 and 90, I've been active so long and done so much in that time. Nobody really looked at until I made this comment or made this statement. 89 and 90, you wasn't active. What did you do almost 2 years? What was happening in 2 years where it looked like you was out of boxing? I ain't gonna give it all up, but I'll tell you one thing. Y'all gonna be excited I ain't jump out on the era of COVID when everybody was doing documentaries and everybody was doing this. No, mine's bigger than that. Mine's bigger than a documentary. It's so many chapters where I could have just threw the towel in. There's so many chapters in my life where you believe I got 9 lives.
So Bernard, when you talk about, you just mentioned about doing it your way, about going out your way. Tank Davis a couple of days ago said that 25 may be his last year boxing. What do you feel about that when he may or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin? What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he need to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time, accomplished the highest goal that you can accomplish. And also, one ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out. So I would say if he's going to do 1 or 2 or 3 fights, then let's respect that and let's hope that that's the fights that we want to see. That's the key, the fights that we want to see.